it's HeyMari, and you're watching my YouTube channel. And you're watching Disney Channel. If you haven't been able to tell, this is my first YouTube video, so I'm a little bit nervous. I thought I would kick off my YouTube channel by doing this Little Mermaid inspired makeup look. And in case you've been living under a rock and you don't know, Hallie from Chloe and Hallie is going to play Ariel in the live action version of Little Mermaid. And let me tell you, so many people are big mad. People are outraged. People are upset. There's even a hashtag called, what's it called? Not my Ariel. Like, people are so pissed about this, and I personally find it hilarious. That's probably really mean, but it's kind of funny to me. And to be honest, there's like a whole lot of reasons and history and background as to why it's kind of ridiculous, like, that people are getting so angry about this. But if I tried to talk about it, this video would be way too long, and let's just be honest, people are not ready for that conversation. So I just thought that this little, you know, black Ariel thing was really cute, so I did my makeup. I did my makeup trying to use the colors from like the cartoon, like red and green and stuff. And my hair, I decided to make my hair red like before they had like announced that we were even gonna get a black Ariel. And people like started calling me Ariel and stuff, and people started calling me Little Mermaid. I say people, but it's like 2 people that did that. Anyways, that is besides the point. I'm getting distracted. If you want to see how I got this look, then keep watching. And I am not a professional. I am not saying that this is how, like, you know, makeup is supposed to be done. Like, this is just something that I like to do for fun, and I do my makeup the way I do my makeup. So yeah, if you see something that looks a little off, just know that I'm not a professional. Yeah, if you're interested, keep watching. And oh, my socials will be linked in the description box. That's what I was trying to say. Yeah, so my Instagram will be linked in the description box, and you can follow me there. I have a lot more makeup and fashion videos there, and I will slowly be transitioning all of my makeup and fashion to here on YouTube. So subscribe to me if you're ready to see that, if you're ready to see some story times, some fashion, some awkwardness, some cringy awkwardness from me. Please subscribe. I would literally appreciate it so much, and I will love you forever. Thank you so much. Stay blessed and enjoy the video. Bye! Oh yeah, and half of my hair is in this bonnet because I put flexi rods in the front half because I wanted a little more volume, and half of it's just out. And I couldn't find a scarf or anything, so this is just how it's gonna be for like 90% of the video. So yeah, that explains that. So yeah, let's get started.
Okay, so I'm starting off by priming my face with the Becca Evermatte Poreless Primer, and I will also be priming my eyes with this NYX Pigment Primer just to get a little more pop out of the eyeshadows. And for my first transition color, I will be using the shade Stroke of Luck from the Morphe 35M palette, and I'm just going all over my crease with that color. And for my second transition color, I will be using the shade right next to it, and that one is called Express Yourself. And I am mainly focusing this shade on the outer corners of my eyes just to add a little bit of dimension. And then I'm going back in with the pigment primer just to prep for the shimmer shade. I also like to wet my brush just to make the shades pop a little bit more. And for my shimmer shade, I will be going into the same palette, and the shade I am using is called Bold Moves, and I will be using that as my base shimmer shade because we're going to add a little bit more on top of it, but this is just going mainly in the center of my eye. And now I am going into this ColourPop Jelly Much shadow in the shade Big Ego, and I am layering on top of the original shimmer shade with that. And I always end up using my finger even if I start out using a brush, because using your finger is the best way to get the most out of the shadows you use. It just concentrates the pigment more. For my inner corner, I'm going into the Morphe 3502 palette, which is my favorite palette, and I'm going into this matte red shade called Fire. And now I'm adding some pressed glitter from the Sweet Talk palette from ColourPop, and I'm just going to put that on top of the red shade that we already laid down. I have been obsessed with glitter lately. It's just so pretty and glam, and it adds a little flair to your look, but it can get out of hand very quickly, so I try to tread lightly. And I am going back into the 3502 palette in the shimmer shade Ruby, and that is just to make that orangey glitter appear a little bit more red. Then I'm going in with some Lancome mascara, and to be honest, I'm not a fan. It made my eyelashes all clumpy, but it did the job, so whatever. Whoa. Okay, I don't know why I did that. That was dumb. Anyways, I'm going in with this Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. I wish I knew the shade, but I don't because it's so old that the name of the shade rubbed off. And I'm just going in with a tiny bit in the corner of my eyes just to get those little wrinkles that I have. And even if I get enough sleep, those wrinkles are still there. Like, I have these deep set lines under my eyes, and I'm pretty sure it's hereditary, but it's whatever. And I'm also letting it dry. I learned that from Jackie Aina, aka my mother. Oh, and I also like to dampen my sponge with my setting spray just to make it a little easier to blend out after letting it set for a little bit. And as I'm blending it, I don't like to drag it all the way out to the sides of my face. I just like to keep it focused under my eye just because I prefer to do it that way. And oh my gosh, look at the face I'm making. I really make the ugliest face when I'm doing makeup. But I like the whole letting it set strategy because it makes it thicker and less liquidy when you blend it out, and it gives you more coverage. And it might look a little bit ashy now, but that's okay because I'm putting my foundation over it. Yes, I put my foundation over my concealer. And I'm happy because I get to use my new Fenty products. Oh sis, the box is backwards. Okay, yay Fenty. I got a new Fenty foundation because I was the shade 420, but then, you know, summertime, I got a little bit more chocolatey, so I had to go to shade 430, and I'm glad I switched because this shade matches me so perfectly. Oh yeah, this is also the part of the video where things kind of went south. It was so hot in my room, like I was just sweating, and it was making it kind of hard for the makeup to like stick to my face. But I turned the fan on and that still didn't help, so like I was kind of like frustrated here because I was just getting really oily. But yeah, here I am just blending it out, trying to make it work even though it was just so hot in my room. And don't judge my beauty blender, I know I need to wash it, but yeah, this is it's not a beauty blender, it's a Real Techniques sponge. Yeah, Real Techniques beauty sponge. And here I am just going in with the Fenty setting powder in the shade Nutmeg, and I'm just putting it under my eyes because this foundation is so matte, I don't really need setting powder everywhere. And here I am making an ugly face again. Oh gosh, oh why? But yeah, dusting off the excess. Oh, I look cute. Okay, so now I am bronzing / contouring with this Black Radiance True Complexion contour palette, and I prefer bronzing over just straight up contouring, especially when it's powder. And now it's time to highlight, everyone's favorite part. So I'm going in with this Fenty Beauty, what is it called, a matchstick? Yeah, I think they're called matchsticks, in the shade Rum for my highlight. And honestly, I don't know what was happening here. I feel like I was just so oily that it didn't even look like I was highlighting because my face was already so shiny. And I went in with the matchstick, and then on top of that I went with the Kilowatt highlighter in the shade Hustler Baby. And I regretted using such a dense brush because these highlighters are so pigmented that I should have used like a fan brush or something. But I used this brush and I saw that I messed up, and I was about to give up right there, but I was determined to push through and get through this video, so I kept going. And now I'm highlighting my nose because I am just that extra, and I love nose highlights. I feel like they really pull the whole look together. So I went ahead and took my hair out of the flexi rods, and they literally did nothing but make my hair look all tangled up, so that was a fail. I felt like that meme of that Bratz doll where her hair's all in a messy bun and she looks like she just woke up. That's what I was feeling at that moment. And for my lips, I used the NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Praline, and that is the perfect nude for my lips. And it's really hard finding a nude for me, especially because my top lip is brown and my bottom lip is pink. And I topped it off with the Stay Golden Cosmetics lip gloss in the color Tequila Sunrise. It's this beautiful orangey gold shade, and it's just perfect for summer. I love it so much. Keeping our lip gloss poppin' all 2019 because I'm pretty sure the Princess of the Sea doesn't have dry, crusty lips. No, but for real, always drink your water and keep your lips moisturized. It will go a long way. And now I'm finally finishing off by setting my face with the Mario Badescu Rosewater Spray like every other girl on YouTube. And I was very unhappy with my hair, so I went ahead and brushed it off camera. And this is the finished look. I was so happy. I had so much fun bringing this little melanated mermaid look to life. Thank you for watching. Bye!